Hello YouTube friends, this is Recovering Yankee, and I'm here with Passover. This is the full moon Passover, not the sliver moon Passover. We honor Adonai YaH'oooah on the month of Abib, 14th day of Abib, which already started. There is the barbecue grill, so I can roast the lamb by fire. Here is the lamb meat, and underneath each lamb chop is a lamb burger. This is the first darkness of the 19th of 3/2/23. Right here. That's where we're lighting the Passover. 19th at sundown. The first sundown on the 19th of 3/2/23. Why? Because the barley was Abib on the 5th, and the full moon was right here. The full moon started the first sundown of the 6th. Happy New Year. 14 days later is the first sundown of the 19th. That's why we're celebrating Passover tonight. Here we have unleavened bread, because we're commanded to eat unleavened bread during the 7 days of unleavened bread. But I think you also eat it on the eve of Passover as well. This is the blood from the lamb. Now, we did not sacrifice this lamb or kill it. We bought it from the market, from a market that kills in a kosher manner. And the food is grass-fed and grass-finished. So, we will be putting this blood, which is all I could get out of the hamburger meat, we're going to be putting this blood on the doorposts. We're going to do that now. Okay. We don't have a hyssop branch. I'm not even aware if hyssop, the scriptural vegetable that you're supposed to use, exists anymore. I know we have a modern plant called hyssop, but I don't know if it's the same hyssop. So we're going to use the next best thing, a piece of paper toweling. My son is going to dip the paper toweling in the blood, which, although it looks purple here, or green, it's because the light on our front porch is green, or it was green. Okay, now Jeremiah is going to put it on the doorpost and the lintel. That's good. And then he's going to put some on this doorpost, going down. And if he runs out, he can always dip some more. Okay, might as well put the rest on. Okay, hit the top again. Okay, that's good enough. There's something that I like to believe in with respect to, or I didn't say believe, I should say there's something I've adopted which I follow passionately with respect to practicing religion in the diaspora. I don't know what hyssop is. There was a plant in the Bible days called hyssop. I don't know if hyssop exists today. Just because we have a plant called hyssop today doesn't mean the plant from hyssop is the same as it was 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. Okay? So, I'm making the guess. Good, better, and best. Those are the three ways to follow the scriptures. Best means win-win for everyone. Better means a win-lose. And good means lose-lose. You try to pick the best way to accommodate the commandments as possible. We live in the diaspora. We're unaware of many things. So, it doesn't say in the scripture that you cook the lamb over a barbecue grill. It says roasted by fire. The only way I can think of making a fire is in a barbecue grill. It says you're supposed to use hyssop to put the blood on the doorposts. We don't have hyssop. The win-win situation, or the best situation, would be if we had hyssop plants. Excuse me. We don't have hyssop plants. So what's the next best thing? Something else that can spread the blood on the doorposts. Now, from that respect, I could use cotton balls, or I can use paper toweling. I can use my fingers. I can use a paintbrush, that's dedicated to spreading the blood. So we use paper towel, the best we can do. Now, it doesn't say how much lamb you're supposed to cook for Passover. It just says cook the lamb. It's just for me and my son. So I have a pound of hamburger, and I have a pound of lamb shanks. We'll cook those. We're supposed to have bitter herbs. I can't find any bitter herbs. I was thinking of kale, but they were out of kale. So I'm just not going to use it tonight. However, you're supposed to use some kind of bitter herbs. Okay? Bitter herbs are supposed to remind you of the bitterness. Now, you're asking, why do I base the Passover on the full moon or the beginning of the month on the full moon? There's a good question, and I will answer that in a future Bible study, a future Torah study. But for now, just accept that the full moon helps us to determine which day of the month is the beginning of the month. Some Christians and some rabbinic Jews and some Messianics believe that the sliver moon helps you to determine which day is the beginning of the month. Just suffice it to say, the only evidence we have where a moon is described is in Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 to 19. And it says the word greater is the Hebrew word magnificent with respect to size, power, and authority. The sliver moon does not have size or power nor authority. The full moon has size, power, and authority. So that's why we use the full moon, because it's the only place in the scriptures where the moon is even described. Every place else just says either new moon or month. So anyway, I'll have a scripture study about that later.